Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina and this is Lifting Pins and Needles, a channel that is all about sewing. Welcome if it's your first time, and if you always come, welcome back. I've been impatiently waiting for this day because I really like what I made and I've been wearing it out, feeling amazing, and it's finally the day I can share. And it's because it's a new pattern release, you can't really share. And I have shared sneak peeks on my Instagram. And I'm always saying, go follow me there because you might see things before I show them here. So my Instagram is the same as the channel. The handle is Lifting Pins and Needles. So this is a new release by Itch to Stitch. It's called the Samara pants. And this is a style I love, especially for summer. I'm not in summer, I'm in autumn, but it's very hot. So these are amazing wide leg, flowy pants that have a fitted waist, fitted hips, high-waisted with a rectangle waistband and an invisible zipper on the left hip. Very easy to construct, very easy make, very easy to fit as well. Due to the style of this pant, you need a fabric that will drape very nicely. So here are where all your rayons come in, rayon challis, rayon twill, also your tencel, some types of crepes and silks that might be a bit more medium weight that flow nicely. And also it needs to be opaque because you don't want people to see your undergarments, through your trousers. So those are things to consider. I chose rayon. Now, because of the nature of the style as well and being the legs so wide, for each of your legs, your right and your left, it's going to take a whole length of fabric. So for all sizes, the fabric requirement is about 2.5 yards or 2.3 meters. And there are no shortcuts. In regards to sizing, the pattern comes from sizes 00 to 20 US with a waist of 25 3/8 to 40.5 inches and hips of 33.25 to 48 inches. The ease, positive ease around the waist is minimal. And then at the hips, you have ease of about 3 to 3.5 inches. So that's enough ease to still make it close fitting to you, but still comfortable to wear. So no baggy bottoms. What did I do? My body measurements put me at a waist of 12 and then blending to a 14 hip. But as I've done before, I decided to just make a straight size 14. And the reason for that being is that my waist does not measure the same all the time. In the morning, midday, night, if I measure my waist, it does fluctuate. I'm probably not the only one, but I have female hormonal issues. Since I was in my teens, I'm on long-term medication for one of them. It does affect water retention and my waist measurement especially. While I might make a 12 and fit nicely one day, there might be another day where I might feel a bit uncomfortable. So those are the reasons usually why I size up at the waist, just for comfort reasons and for allowing of, this fluctuation that I have. In the up close and so personal, you are going to see my fabric choice. I'm going to hold up both of the fabrics so you can see them before they're made into garments. I'm warning you, you might love them or hate them, but they were my choices. And in the end, I'm super happy I made those choices. You're also going to see a tiny alteration I made to the pattern to fit my height, some construction order, and a few tips on the waistband. So that is what you're going to see, and let's hop into that. Up close and so personal. I'm going to use this fabric. You're either going to love it or hate it. It's huge print. It's like a blown up sort of tropical print with all these crazy colors. So I'm using this for one of the trousers. And this one is for the muslin that turned out wearable. And it's got that flower. I don't know what it's called. I see that flower everywhere here. And what I like is that it's got like these vertical, not stripes as such, but the print is vertical. I already cut one of the legs. This is the back one you're seeing there right at the edge of the fabric that's left over. It's very long and very wide. It takes a full length for each leg and the waistband is hanging right off the side. I lengthened my trousers by 5 inches so it reaches floor length with 2-inch heels. That is the calculation I had. All in all, I used 2 and 40 meters for this project. Quite a lot, more than what I'm used to. I'm going to show you what I've got done so far. It's been super fast to construct and you're seeing the pants inside out. So at first you fuse the areas you need to fuse. On your left hip, the front and the back have been fused. As you can see, they're stabilized. so you can put your zipper there. At the back, what you can't see, there are 2 darts, and that was actually the first step, sewing the darts, pressing them towards the side seam. Then it had you sewing the inseams, both of them, serge and stitch, and then unite all the crotch, the front and the back, in one go. Then you sew one of the side seams, the one that doesn't have the zipper. I've opted to serge and sew and press my seams open. I think for this fabric it's going to look nice. After doing that, you still have this leg open because you need to put a zipper there. But first, you need to put your waistband on. Now, this rayon, you look at it and it stretches. So you can see there are 2 rows of stitching there because one was my stay stitch and the other one is where I attached the waistband on with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I did that all the way around there. On the top, you see this pressed in because it had you do another row of stitch there as a guide for you to press up, also with a 1/2 inch, but I have trimmed that to half to avoid bulk. So at this point, I'm ready to put on my zipper here. At the same time, finish this waistband because the zipper is gonna go in there within the waistband there. And then just finish the side seams, the hem, and I'm done. Super easy. I've put the invisible zipper on the left hip, as you can see there. Little tab there that you pull it down, you know. I have sewn the waistband onto the other side, but with hand basting. So it's been hand basted exactly where the stitch in the ditch for is going to sew there. And on the wrong side, you can see that it catches a few millimeters beyond the stitch in the ditch. So it's about 2 or 3 millimeters that I want to catch the waistband on the inside, and I've made sure that the hand basting is going to make that super accurate. With this other version, you can see the hand basting better, the grey ones, and you can see how it's catching a few millimeters there of the waistband on the inside, and on the outside, when I use my stitch in the ditch, it'll go right on the edge right there. So that is how I'm going to finish this. I'm stitching in the ditch and I'm not manipulating the velocity at which I'm sewing. I'm going super slow. I've put my setting on the machine to go the slowest, and I'm controlling the fabric stitch by stitch because I want it to be perfect. I don't want to catch the waistband while I'm sewing, and I think it's definitely worth it to take your time. Now I'm going to show you how it looks because you can't even see the stitching line. Like, it's just hiding, tucked in there. You can't see it at all. So going slow pays off, and the hand basting paid off because look how it looks on the other side. Cool, I hope that was fun to watch. I'm going to show you my cropped version first, and you can see I've chosen this print. It's a rayon with a navy blue and all these flowers that go down in like vertical illusions. There's not stripes at all here. The invisible zip there is on the side. Let me know if you want to know more about invisible zips and how I put mine in. It's a technique I rarely ever, if ever, do, but I did do it for these. It's part of the pattern. I'm missing a hook and eye there in the inside. I need to get some hook and eyes, you know. Super nice. I measured them from my waist down about 80 centimeters because that's where it hits mid-shin for me, and that is my preferred for these types. So it would be like a midi skirt, but actually it's just white pants, you know. And yeah, that's my first version. Super nice, super flowy. I love them. For my second one, the print is crazy. You saw it, you either love it or hate it. I love it. And these are my pants. Now I couldn't like strategically place my pattern pieces for the prints. I couldn't. I had just enough fabric. So I just put them there, cut them out, and then I was waiting for the surprise to see how they turn out on, you know? So you have like a red leaf on one side, and on the other it's like gray, yellow stripes and things going everywhere. And I love them. Now these ones are extra long, as you saw. I lengthened the pattern by 5 inches. And to hem them, I had the special assistance of my little helper, Martin. It's really hard to hem floor length pants because you like, how do you put the right mark, you know? I stood there with my heels, 2 inch, usually what I wear, and I wanted these to be almost at the floor with the heels on. So my son on the floor went and put pins all the way around, and it was really good help to get accurate length for them. And look how wide this is at the bottom. It's amazing. I chose to hand hem these. My hem is about 1.5 inches wide, and yeah, I love these. Taking the time for the waistband is really worth it because you can't see the stitching. Like the stitch in the ditch is like really in the ditch, and that's how I would always want. I don't want it showing, you know. Love them. These are the cropped ones. They sort of hip midi length, mid shin. This is the length that I will wear these types of wide pants. I love them. I was really careful to place the stripes going down everywhere for that slimming effect, you know. You don't necessarily have to have a stripy fabric. You can have a print that sort of has vertical, you know, illusions. So super nice, super flowy, lovely. Invisible zippers right there, pretty invisible. And I love the fit, I just love them. And the flow is amazing. You need nice flowy drapey fabric for this for sure. Here I have the floor length version. I hemmed mine to be fine with sort of 2-inch heels. That's the highest I will ever wear. So they are not touching the floor, almost touching the floor. The fit is super good at the bottom. They have ease, but they're not baggy, and they're nice at the waist. There's an invisible zip right there. And overall, they're just awesome flowy pants. Look at this. I really like them. Let's address an elephant in the room. You might be thinking, look, this style does not suit me. Like, it does not suit me. And there are some sort of unspoken rules around that people guide themselves by when they make choices of the styles they think suit them or that they feel good in. Traditionally, you think these wide pant styles are not suited for people of shorter stature. Now, I am no one to talk about that because I'm 5'8", right? But I do want to give you some tips if you think this is not going to suit you. There are visual tricks that you can use so that you can still enjoy these styles. So if you think this doesn't suit you because you're slightly shorter, there are some tips. And I'm no expert, but I'm going to give them to you anyway. And actually, some of these tips I adhere to because I also want to look taller, you know. So basically what the wide leg pants do is when someone sees you, their eye goes horizontally across you. It doesn't really go down up like vertically. So that can tend to make you look shorter, but there are things you can do to avoid that. One of them being using a print that has some vertical stripes, and they can be thin stripes. I'm putting pictures here from Pinterest that I found so you can sort of know what I'm talking about. Vertical stripes, thin stripes, and it doesn't really necessarily have to be stripes, but the print in the fabric can have that vertical design. This is a concept I have played with these ones. There's no stripes on the print, but the flowers go down in a vertical way. Now, being high-waisted is also a good option to lengthen your legs. So you have a high-waisted option, and these pants are high-waisted. So that is a good way to look taller. Another tip is to use darker tones of colors. And now this is what I've done with this. I mean, this is crazy. This is very colorful, but the background colors are brown and sort of dark green. So they are darker colors. So that is a tip. Use darker colors if you're using prints as a background of stripes, and even better, use solids. If you make your pants out of a solid dark, like burgundy, navy, black, dark brown, you know, they can be really versatile for you and also lengthen your legs. Another tip is to use the same color top. Now that's very hard for me to do for my style. I don't usually dress with the same color top and bottom, but it is a tip to lengthen your body. About the length of the trousers, if you make them hip floor length with the heels that you're usually wearing, then your legs become automatically super longer. And that is something I've used for my longer length ones. I did want to, you know, use that visual thing of having extra long legs with my 2-inch heels. So to wear them for the top, you need styles that are sort of semi-fitted to you. If you're confident to wear cropped tops or that reach your natural waist, that's a good option too, to highlight the high waist, feature of the pants. If not, you can wear styles that are fitted and like knotted, or other fitted styles that are like mid-hip. That's the maximum length I would go. Same as if you want to put a jacket on top, you want it to be a, you know, like a fitted jacket that is not long. So those are just some general tips. I am repeating, I am no expert. In the lookbook, what you're going to see is my attempt to style these two trousers in different ways at the top. So you're going to see different shoes, different tops, different jackets, in a way that I can show you how I would wear them, how I would feel comfortable going out into the street, you know, walking with my awesome wide leg pants. I really hope you give a style like this a go, especially for the warmer weather. It's so nice to walk and feel the flow. It's just lovely, lovely to wear. It makes you feel really special. I chose a statement like fabric, like statement pants, and I feel amazing in them. So that's what I wanted to share today. This pattern is on sale because it's on release, you know, until next week. You're welcome to use my affiliate link down below for each to stitch, and I will see you tomorrow again with another video. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much. Bye.
Old walls that I'm stuck inside. I guess beauty sees what I can't find. I didn't, no I didn't see it coming. Oh,